developed an investing strategy that continues to bless me with unstoppable prosperity. Hi everyone, I'm Charles Payne. As a young man from Harlem, I had nothing. I used the stock market to create my wealth. I know how Wall Street works. I've lived it as both a stockbroker and market analyst. Over time, I developed my own unique investing strategy that's beaten the market every year. In my new book, I show you exactly how I do it. And today, I'd like to give you a free copy so you can learn to create unstoppable prosperity for yourself.
Hello, friends. It is your friend, CryptoFace. And folks, we have a very special video today. And before we get started, we have quite a bit to cover. I would like to dedicate this video to two entities. Number one being everyone and anyone that had anything to do with September 11th. And I guess that wasn't the best way to put it, but we will never forget September 11th. And in these times, the truth is there is nothing good about September 11th. It was a terrible, terrible day for the world. But if there's anything that we could do, that September 11th could do, it would be to bring people together. And not just in this country, but all around the world. And right now, in these times, it's really difficult, going to be really difficult. But if there's one thing you can do, it would be to do your best to try to bring everyone together. So number one, I dedicate this video to September 11th. The people of America and the people of the world, victims, the victims' families. God bless America and God bless them. May they rest in peace for all the lives that were lost. Number two, I would like to dedicate this video to a gentleman by the name of Charles Payne. And Charles, folks, if you haven't ever seen Charles Payne, Mr. Payne, on Fox News, he is without a doubt one of the best, I guess you could say, anchors or journalists. Forgive me if I'm incorrect. One of the best anchors ever to be on Fox. I love watching his show. Charles, if you're watching this, hopefully you get to. I haven't gotten to your book yet. I ordered it today. I'm looking forward to reading it. The reason why, folks, I am shouting out Mr. Payne is because the word is he is looking for a Bitcoin, a young hotshot stud, Bitcoiner crypto trader to potentially interview. And one of my people reached out to his team. And Charles, if you do watch this video, I would just want to say that I admire you, and you are self-made. You found your own way to trading and success on your own. No one gave you nothing, and you are doing your best to share that with the world. And that is the path that I have taken myself. So it would be my honor. I would love if that Bitcoin person, trader, stud, good man. To be interviewed, whether it be on Fox News or maybe on your website, or heck, just have a conversation. I would love to be that guy, and I wouldn't let you down. I believe I am qualified for a number of reasons, but I believe if there was one reason that I had to choose of why I would be the guy to have on your show, it would be that I and there's a lot of traders out there, but I believe that I live stream the biggest position sizes, not only in crypto, but maybe even in trading in general. And there's a lot of people, I could be mistaken. Let me give you a couple examples. In fact, it was 1 year ago this month that I had my most profitable trade ever, which was the backed short in September, the backed launch, big short. What was my position here? Hopefully this volume isn't too loud. Let's take a look, see here. Let me show you. So this was almost a $2 million trade. I ended up making a little over $200,000, all live streamed. And Charles, there's more where this came from. I put my money where my mouth is. I stream position sizes for 1 million, 2 million, 500,000. I'm going to trade for 408,000 right now. So if that was one reason, that would be it. So, without further ado, let's get to business. So, talking about the market today. In fact, give me 1 second, folks. Let me go ahead and pull up my charts. If you followed us for the past few days, we've been along. Let's dig into it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to hit pause here real quick. Alrighty, and we're good. Boy, it sure gets dark fast. By the way, Charles, Mr. Payne, if you do so choose to have me on Fox News, I promise I'll get a little tan beforehand. Us crypto traders or any traders, you know how we get pasty and white and don't go outside. So our season's coming up here in the winter. We don't have to be ashamed of not going outside. Anyways, previously on this channel 3 days ago, the video was, let's take a look, see here. This week, I strongly believe Bitcoin should go up to mid-high 10,000s to low 11,000s, and then sideways and kind of down a little bit. If you are in our trade group, you saw that on the 7th, we longed at 10,320. By the way, we nailed a nice little scalp before that. Entered at, I think, 10,400, got 10,600 right on the T. Previous video. Couple main reasons why we entered the long, if you don't recall. Number one was the scaredy cat pattern, which we had kind of going like this. It's pretty much mimicking. We had one more kind of little leg right here, and we're about to, what I believe, highest probability, get the head of the cat, right? Like a wet cat, or a wet cat that gets electrified. It goes, that's what this pattern reminded me of. We've seen it. I have seen it. We have seen it a lot of times. This is not a seasonal pattern. This is a pattern that we've seen in every season of Bitcoin since the beginning of my experience trading it. So that's number one good thing. Number two was the flow of money. For those of you that are new, that are just joining us, this green and red wave is a money flow wave. The more money that comes into the market, naturally things are going to go up. The more money that leaves the market, naturally things are going to go down. So, according to physics, we look to buy in the red when she's starting to come up, get out in the green, or short in the green when she's starting to come down. So we got in at 10,320. Now, this is where we were on the 7th. So let's go ahead and mark it right here. Right here. We've come up, we've come down, right? And now we're coming up and we're just kind of fighting this line. We have support right here. We are breaking into the green. And folks, it is getting exciting. It is getting exciting. Look at our momentum waves. We have our big wave, a smaller wave, smaller wave, smaller wave, smaller wave. We are pushing up our RSIs, going up. We are pointing up. Now, to the contrary of what most other people you watch say, that when they say it's bull run, they say it's going to 50,000, 100,000. We do not believe that Bitcoin's price is going to go up for eternity from here. Honestly, I would be very happy if we even got into the 11,000s in this range. Hell, we might get lucky and go up to the 12,000. But I'm looking, my targets are still the same. High 10,000s, low 11,000s. What do we do? To the best that we can, we measure. So let's go ahead and start from scratch. We are on the 2 hour. So we're going to take a little trend line here. We'll start with the momentum waves. Let's make this a little bigger. We measure and see if we could come up to right about where, it'd be common for us to kind of go. So this would bring us to September 18th. Taking a look at the 2 hour timeline. So we'll go ahead, mark the 18th. So what's realistic here? Based off the history, realistic here is, again, that we are probably staying in this channel. Probably kind of bounce around here. I really think this is where the money is. If we go to the 6 hour, for those of you that are familiar with I know I'm throwing a lot at you. I'm trying to talk to Charles and everyone new at the same time, but it's all right. Charles can go, Mr. Payne can go back and look at our Mount Everest theory. So the Mount Everest theory, here's Mount 1, Mountain 2, and we believe that we are going to have at least one more mountain of thick green money flow. So it's not really that time yet. It could be, it could come early, but I am not in this long. And if it comes up here, I'm not holding it for forever. When I'm getting to my points, I am going to take profit. We are not going to make the biggest mistake that I believe every darn Bitcoin trader makes. Well, not every, but most people make that are unsuccessful, is they do not close their trades when they're in the profit. They hold on to it. Their greed takes over and their trade goes backwards eventually and they sell for a loss. We don't do that. It's like fishing. We take the small fish. The big fish will come, especially in Bitcoin. So, 3 days ago, I said that this week, I was expecting for us to get there. Timing the market's very difficult. I don't believe I'm that far off. I think we're just getting started. If we go back to the 2 hour, even without our indicators, even just look at the pattern, we have bam, 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 bam. We rejected this 10,000, 9,900 line here. And we are cruising. There is, I am very confident here. You can just tell by looking at it. It is played in this area. It has tested this area. And now it's ready to test. Now it's ready to sniff and see what happens if we go up here. We have fundamentals as far as, fiat being printed and the world going crazy right now. We have the fundamentals. We have very basic tested high percentage success patterns right in front of us. We have repetitive channels. I mean, it's the same thing that happened here. This was a 20% drop, right? When we went from, see, we went up to 12,400 down here, 20% drop. Big deal, right? Well, what happened here? That too was a 20% drop. And we came back up. Hell, this came back up to the top here. So, sure, it's possible we come to the top. Very possible. But like I said, as long as we're in the green, even if it's a little, even if it's a lot, the market isn't going away. And we're going to take it. We're going to take what the market gives us here. I'm liking this move. I'm liking this move. I'm liking this move. Ethereum, huge percentage gains, by the way. I don't mean to get too off track, but I'm really loving, basically the 90-minute, which we could say that the 1 hour to the 3 hour is really showing some juice to the upside here with the money flow. We got our momentum waves coming up. There's room to the upside. Could be a little, could be a lot. And a little is a lot. Yeah. If we go to the 6 hour, which is where our Mount Everest theory is based off of, where Bitcoin works in many patterns, 3s and 4s. We've had two money flows that have come up this high is really what we're basing off of. When we come up to this point right here, I believe we have one more coming late October at least. At least. Previous pumps, when we went to 14,000 right here, we had 1, 2, 3 Mount Everest waves. This was from basically 4,000 to 14,000. If we go back to when we went to 20,000, you could argue we had a lot. You could argue we had a lot. More than 4, 5. But with these simple curve wave patterns with Bitcoin, 3s, 4s, 3s and 4s, it really sticks. It really sticks. If I'm wrong, you guys know me. I will fall on the sword. But my money is where my mouth is. I'm in the same trade. Here, we'll pull it up right here. Okay, let's take a look, see here. September 7th, enter 10,320. Right here. $481,000, $332. $481, $332. Fast forward to today. $481,320. I'm still in the trade. Even when it went red, still in it. Yes. So again, we are just taking what the market gives us. Do not get caught in the hype of it's just going to go straight up forever. We just had a 20% correction. Completely natural. We just went down. Just like when you fall off, if you're whitewater rafting and your friend falls off the raft, when you grab him, the hippie teacher, rafter with the long blonde hair, the Tarzan guy, he tells you, he goes, you don't just pull him up, you dunk him first. You dunk him and get that momentum, pop, to come back up. We just had a nice dunk. We're gonna have some good momentum to come back up. So we gotta take this lick here. We gotta take it. Now, that doesn't mean be a fool and go crazy with leverage or anything. It adds up. Be responsible. Anything can happen, especially right now. So, I'm not here telling anyone what to do. I'm no financial advisor. I'm not advising anyone. All I do here is try to share what I'm doing because it's changed my life. I got into this 3 years ago from a prayer. I got into Bitcoin. I remember I prayed for two things: a woman that I wanted at the time, and a way to help people make money across the world. As soon as I was done with that prayer, I went to my computer and found Bitcoin stuff. So, we're not going to get caught up in the whole future like a beanie babies. But when there's a nice high probability opportunity, I'm gonna take my swing, and I'm gonna crack this one. So, by the way, if you're wondering what this indicator is, Market Cipher, it is my indicator package that myself and my partner, my mentor, put in 2 years of backtesting everything we use into one package. Let's pull it up here. And now you can be a reseller and get 15%, not 10%. Go to marketciphertrading.com. Become a reseller. Let me pay you in Bitcoin twice a month. 15%. Guys, we are using basic strategy here. Basic strategy. In fact, let me pull up the basic strategy videos real quick. I just totally forgot. So, basic strategy, the 3, if you need a refresher, even I always need a refresher. Market Cipher is a simple yet very deep indicator package for people that are brand new to people that are veterans. I am simply using the basic strategy. Watch the 3 basic strategy videos on the tutorial section. In fact, if we go back to the home page, do you guys remember this survey? Okay, where was it? If you have less than 2 years, it's like 80%. It's almost 80% of us had less than 2 years of trading experience. Yet 82% satisfaction. 85%. I'll tell you what's crazy. The results were too good. I'm gonna have to take it down. I'm sounding too salesy. Shout out to the profit logs, to my whale crew, my trade group guys. Let's take a look at some profit logs. What? Seth, 1,000 ETH. Huh. I shouldn't be showing this because you're gonna get blown up now, dude. 300 grand. Seth, welcome to the club. Damn. Man, you guys are killing it. You guys are killing it. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Life is good. Life is short. Anything can happen. It could have been any of us on one of those planes in September 11th. Making one of those phone calls to your family. Whoo! So, all this is about, and I believe Mr. Payne understands this more than any. It's all just about helping the ones you love, living a good life. And without trying to get too mushy off subject, if, actually one of my comments today in the Discord, someone was saying, and you've all heard it. Any trader that's successful that shares, they've all heard someone say, if you are successful at trading, why you wouldn't want to share it with anyone. You'd want to keep it to yourself so other people don't know. And that is so wrong. That is not how I think the majority of people think. Majority of people are good and they want to share and want to help. If you are successful, if you know how to do something or know something that can help others, I believe it is your duty, my duty, our duty to share it. Within reason, obviously. Within reason, where we don't want to share it to Chinese whales that are going to turn the market and counter trade us. But we're not that big. And I doubt any of you are that big too. And they don't care about us. So, if you're a successful trader, if you're a successful baker, it is your duty to share and help others and enrich their lives. Because at the end of the day, we're all, I believe, going to meet each other in the afterlife, and you want to shake as many hands in the afterlife as possible. So, thank you. God bless you. Good night. And let's kick some ass. MarketCipherTrading.com. CryptoFace.